I'm Anastasia Feinberg, attorney and founder at Legacy Law Group, Colorado. And in a previous video, I talked about the difference between a will and a trust, and I touched upon the importance of putting all of your assets into your revocable living trust, which we call trust funding in legal terms. So in this video, I wanted to go through a little bit of that in more detail and really tell you what that entails and how all of that works. So if you become a client of Legacy Law Group Colorado, we're going to be pretty intrusive and collect all of your statements, your real estate deeds, and basically everything that you own financially. And why do we do that? We want to make sure that every single asset that you have your name on is owned or beneficiary designated into your trust when you die. And again, the reason why we do that is that if that's not the case, if you have any property that's not owned by your trust, that property is going to be subject to going through probate. And that's the entire reason why we're creating the revocable living trust in the first place, is to make sure that your estate's not going to be entering probate. So the important thing to keep in mind here is that the only two people or entities that can make decisions for you as far as your assets go is either you or a court. So while you're living, if you make your own decisions as far as your financials go, then it's totally fine. But if you're incapacitated or you're gone and you don't have a properly funded revocable living trust when a successor trustee can step in and handle all of that, then the only person who can handle that financial asset is the court. And that's why we want to make sure that if you're not around to make your own decisions as far as your financials go, then the successor trustee, which is usually a trusted individual or a hired professional fiduciary, who's going to be able to step in for you and have access to all of those financial accounts that you're putting into your trust. So again, I can't overemphasize this enough. The importance of properly funded your revocable living trust is huge. That's why we're going to make sure we work with you and transfer all of your bank accounts, your savings, your brokerage accounts, stocks, bonds, LLC ownership, corporate ownership, life insurance policies, IRAs, 401ks, 529 accounts. I'm just listing out any potential asset that could be owned by anybody. All of those need to be a part of your estate planning conversation. If you're speaking to somebody and they're not mentioning all of those assets and the importance of funding them into your trust, you're not getting a complete estate plan. So if you're interested in learning more about how we can make sure we create a completely properly funded revocable living trust for you, give us a call at 303-954-9428 and mention this video to book your complimentary family wealth planning session with us and go through your individual scenario, your assets, and make sure how we can help you create a customized plan to make sure that your assets are never stuck in court and conflict.